So you've got a wellness practice, and you know that getting found online, well, it's everything. But the way patients are finding you is going through the biggest change we've seen in a decade. Today, we're going to walk through a whole new marketing blueprint, one that's designed to help you dominate this shift. Let's break down how to get Google's new AI to work for you, not against you.
Look, it's the simple truth for any local practice. Doesn't matter if you're a chiropractor, a dentist, or an optometrist. That steady flow of new patients isn't just about growing, it's about surviving. And these days, the journey for almost every single new patient starts with one thing, a search.
And that right there, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because it's not just about showing up in some list of blue links anymore. There's a new player in the game, and it's deciding who gets seen and who gets totally ignored.
And that new player, it's Google's own AI. You really need to think of it like a new gatekeeper, one that's standing right between a potential patient's question and your practice's front door. Understanding how this gatekeeper thinks is now the single most important part of your marketing strategy. Seriously.
And this is what that gatekeeper actually looks like. It's called AI Overview. So instead of just giving a list of websites, Google now pulls together information from all the sources it trusts, and it spits out a direct conversational answer right at the very top of the page. It's designed to be the answer. And just look at this. This shows you exactly how dominant this thing is. The AI answer takes up the absolute best real estate on the entire screen, pushing down the map listings, pushing down the websites, everything. The takeaway here is pretty stark. If you are not mentioned by this AI, you are basically invisible. So, because of this new AI gatekeeper, the old rules for getting found online, what we've all called SEO for years, they're becoming obsolete and fast. Let's break down exactly why the whole game is changed, and we're going to use some hard numbers to do it. Okay, first let's talk about this number. A staggering 92% of people never ever click past the first page of Google. The old way was all about fighting for a spot on that page. But now, with the AI overview taking up that top spot, the first page as we know it is shrinking. It makes all those old ranking tricks way less effective. And grabbing a piece of that shrinking real estate is absolutely critical. Why? Because 78% of local searches lead directly to a real-world appointment. Think about that. If the AI doesn't mention you, you're missing out on the huge majority of your potential new patients. And finally, let's think about what the AI is actually looking for. A whopping 88% of patients trust online reviews just as much as a personal recommendation. This is so key. It tells us that the AI's goal isn't to find the website with the most keywords. Its goal is to find the most trusted answer. It's looking for trust and authority, which makes all that old keyword stuffing stuff totally irrelevant. So here's the bottom line. The goal is no longer about trying to trick some algorithm with keywords and backlinks just to get your website to rank. The future is about proving to an intelligent system that your practice is a trustworthy, authoritative source of information, one that deserves to be quoted directly in its answers. Okay, so let's get to the solution. If the old goal was just ranking, the new goal is building something called entity authority. And you're going to want to remember that term because it's the new gold standard for getting seen online. So what is entity authority? It's all about proving that your practice is real, credible, and legitimate in the eyes of an AI. It's not just about your website anymore. It's about the entire digital footprint of your practice as a recognized professional institution. And this slide shows you perfectly where that authority comes from. It is not about just one website. It's about having a consistent, verified presence on platforms that Google's AI already sees as trustworthy. We're talking professional directories like Healthgrades, government sites like your state medical board, and even business platforms like LinkedIn and the Better Business Bureau. And the stuff you're putting online? Yeah, that has to change big time. AI systems just ignore all the promotional fluff. They are laser-focused on finding clear, factual, educational content that directly answers the questions real patients are asking. So think less sales copy and more detailed FAQs, step-by-step guides, and definitions of terms. So we've established the what, you gotta build entity authority. Now let's get practical and talk about the how. Here's what a modern marketing blueprint designed to do exactly that actually looks like. It's really a three-part system. First, get found. You do that using modern local SEO and ads that get you in front of the AI. But that's not enough. Next is get selected. This is where you use your stellar reputation to prove you're the right choice.
And finally, get connected, where you use smart automation to make sure no potential patient ever falls through the cracks. Now, the engine that powers this whole system is content. But I'm not talking about a blog post here and there. We're talking about a complete multimedia suite. You take one single campaign topic and you turn it into a press release, an article, an infographic, a slideshow, and a whole bunch of different video and audio formats. And here's the secret sauce. Here's why that works so well. This strategy isn't about hoping one little piece of content ranks. It's about creating a dense network of connected brand signals all across the internet. Every single piece of content becomes another layer of proof, another signal to the AI that your practice is a legitimate, active, and authoritative entity. Okay, let's bring all this home. If you remember just one thing from this whole explainer, I want it to be this. This is the single most important takeaway for the future of your practice. This right here is the new reality. The goal has completely changed. It's not about just appearing on a list anymore. It's about being actively chosen, recommended, and cited by that new AI gatekeeper that more and more patients are turning to for answers every single day. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Take a hard look at your online presence today. Are you just kind of maintaining a website and hoping for the best? Or are you actively, intentionally building a verifiable, multi-platform entity that an AI would feel confident recommending? Because in today's world, the answer to that question is going to determine your future growth.